Hey, Frankie, how's it going tonight?
I'm doing great, Bob. What's going on tonight? Happy New Year.
Oh, it's true. Happy New Year. Did you see any lights in the sky? Do you believe it? We had a meteor go right over the St. Louis Arch on New Year's Eve.
Oh, really? I was inside on New Year's Eve at a party. So we didn't, we weren't, it was such a much, it was minus 20 outside on New Year's. So we stayed under the mini split with everything we needed. Didn't even look outside. It was so freaking cold.
Welcome everybody to Mondo Freako. I have my special guest Franky Corcoran here tonight with Corcoran Entertainment. And we're going to talk about some great stuff. So let's just start it off. We'll talk to Franky here and find out more about him, and then we'll go into our story for this week. Franky, stayed inside in negative 20 degrees. Why? I mean, come on, you're Canadian.
Oh my God. Well, like, I'm not sure if you can see it real well, but my hands are so cracked. The cold weather just does not do my hands any good. So I'm I just cover it in, like, before I went on, I just covered it in what do you call it? The gel. I use it so much now I can't even remember what it's called. The cream. Anybody listening who can tell me what that cream is called?
What do you want to call Utter butter? Do you ever use that stuff?
Working cream. I think it's called like working hand cream or something like that. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually real. You guys can look that up on maybe like Amazon. I just get it from our local grocery store. But I normally douse myself in that. Like, it's right now it's minus 7. I'm just checking my temperature there. Minus 7 out right now. I feel like a meteorologist right now with a microphone, and I'm.
What's it look like outside tonight, Franky?
Well, Bob, right now it's cold, so I'm staying in and I'm calling in sick.
It's 34 degrees here. Thank goodness.
Plus
on negative 7. Gosh.
Oh my God, no, it's unreal. I will trade with you right now.
Well, everybody, this Franky runs Corcoran Entertainment. He is in Canada, specifically somewhere in New Brunswick. I can't remember exactly where, and I'm not going to tell you just in case he doesn't want me to. Anyway.
Miramichi.
What's that?
Miramichi, New Brunswick.
Miramichi?
I won't give you my exact address, but you got an idea of where that is.
It sounds like a cherry, like maraschino, Miramichi.
Or people joke, they say Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese runs Miramichi. I say, yeah, that's pretty funny. Good.
Well, he's all the way on the east side of Canada.
Yeah, I'm an East Coaster.
He's an East Coaster, yeah. So it's all good though. And so if you want to find out more about Frank, you can go to @Corcoran Entertainment on the Instagram and Facebook.com/Corcoran Entertainment. He and I have talked many times on his show, which is available on all platforms, and you should check it out. I'm in awe. Franky gets the best people. I'm telling you, you have to go check it out. He's always got somebody good, and I don't know how he does it, but he keeps it up. I'm surprised.
Bob Lament. I always get Bob Lament on. I've had Bob on how many times?
He's easy. He's like simple to get on.
I see just recently you added a almost like a service on your website, which is need a guest, call Bob, essentially. I love that.
That's right. Yeah, I've been pushing to be a guest. I'm like, you need somebody to talk. I'll come on talk.
Something's funny. As soon as I saw that, I said, you and I kind of joked about it the last time you were on my show last month, and so I saw that. I said, oh, he took what I said to her. I said,
it was good advice.
I was just joking. I made a joke. I was like, well, Bob, you're always my go-to if I need someone. And then after we stopped recording, you're like, when you said that, anytime you need someone, like, let me know. I said, and that's good. Bob will show up like whenever you need him. And it's scheduling wise, like, for some people, it's always, okay, so when are you free? Oh, I'm free at this time, but not after this time. If you tell Bob, he's like, I'll make it work. So anybody listening who needs a guest, Bob is the man. He's always up for like really anything. Like we don't even really, there's not even much preparation whenever I have you on my show. It's just, we just press record, whatever comes out goes, and it's gold, you know? So anybody
that's
listening.
the way I like to work too, without a net. I love to just go into it and see what happens. So.
And I mean, like, you know, it's, were you kind of like that when you started Static Radio? You were just, yeah.
We never prep. We never prep for anything. That's the good part and the terrible part. Because sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's, you know, maybe we should have prepped.
Oh, okay, because it's funny because when I started, I was kind of the opposite. I literally had like bulletin boards of like almost like I was a homicide detective who's like, okay, so then how am I going to segue into this part here? And then now I'm just like, just roll with it. You know what I mean? I said, you know, because half the time I would put in all the work trying to come up with different ways to segue into certain topics. And then eventually there was one point where I just ignored it and we just spoke from the heart. And I just said, yeah, just don't stress about it. You know, when I started, I was kind of stressing too much about it. So it's just go with the flow. What happens, happens. If they hate you, then they don't have to come on again, you know, but it is what it is, right? So, but clearly Bob's been having a good time coming on the show because he keeps coming back, and I appreciate it.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I mean, fantastic show. You're great to talk to, and we go through so many different topics. It's fun. It's fantastic. And tonight, well, I get you. This is a choice point for you because whenever we talked about doing this, I said, do you want to know or do you not want to know? And so this is another choice point. So I do a quiz each show about the topic. Now I'll give you the choice to hear what the topic actually is, or you can go in cold and just take the quiz.
Let me see. Might be more entertaining to go in cold.
Oh, but I love that. That's what I would say.
It matches my current environment where it's cold. So let's embrace it.
All right, so we're going to go right into the quiz. Here's some music.
Quiz.
All right, Frankie. So we've got 5 questions for you about the topic tonight, and they'll kind of reveal itself as we get into the quiz a little bit here. So it's multiple choice, so you don't have to work too hard.
Okay, thank God. I was going to say, I said I should have checked with that. I said it better be multiple choice because I'm going to feel like an idiot.
And hopefully there's a few things in the quiz that you should know probably anyway, more than likely. It starts out easy, gets harder as we go. Here's your first question. Are you ready?
Ready.
So this is in what year did the sisters witness the UFOs over Campbellton? And that is in New Brunswick, by the way.
Right.
Which you may be familiar with. Yeah, see, look at that.
Yeah, about an hour or so away from me, hour and a half. Yep.
Campbellton, so A, 1979, B, 1989, C, 1999, or D, the year they finally finished construction on the Trans-Canada Highway. So never.
Never.
Never. Oh, Frankie, let's see. Hold on. No, the year was 1989.
Shoot. I was actually going back and forth between that and never. I'm like, something tells me no.
That's all right. It's the first one. Don't feel bad. And you had totally cold. You didn't get any information.
That's good. It's more entertaining that way for people to just see like, why didn't he take the quiz, or like why did he go in cold, you know? Because that'd be kind of bland, folks.
So question number 2, over which specific landmark were the objects seen hovering? Here's your choices. A, Mount Carlton. B, the Restagosh River. C, Sugarloaf Mountain. Or D, the world's largest axe in Nakawik.
Sugarloaf. Oh no. Mount Carlton.
Oh, Frankie.
Don't tell me
So
that.
close. You Sugarloaf Mountain. You
It
almost
was
said
Sugarloaf. Son of a gun. I was like, I said it and I said, no, I think Mount Carlton. Crap. I should have just trusted my gut.
Yeah, exactly. You should have trusted your gut, and you would have had it. That's okay. There's no consequences here, so it's not like that's a big a deal.
Just the audience will look at me and go, that guy's dumb.
No, they won't. They'll go say, hey, I got to listen over at that Frankie on Corcoran Entertainment right there at Corcoran Entertainment.
Hey, they're perfect. I like that.
There you go. So question number 3. What was the reported shape of the 3 crafts? Here's your choices. A, disc-shaped. B, cigar-shaped. C, triangular. Or D, shaped like a giant donair with extra sauce.
What was the first one again?
Disc shape.
Disc shaped. I'm going to say that.
Disc shape. Let's see if you got it. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Frankie. That was a good guess because those are all flying saucer shapes. The first
I was just saying.
I'm not sure about the
I was like, which of all of them fits a flying saucer? And I was like, okay,
exactly.
I said not a donair for sure.
So there's always a goofy one in here. So question number 4, which law enforcement agency officially logged the event as an unexplained sighting? Here's your choices. The RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the New Brunswick Provincial Police, CSIS, or a group of concerned moose wearing reflective vests.
RCMP.
Oh wow, RCMP. That was quick.
Woo! Perfect.
There we go. You got that one right. RCMP.
I love when the sound effects come on. Your mouth talks to it.
I know.
Like it's coming. It makes me laugh.
I can't separate them, unfortunately.
Oh, there's music coming, and he's just.
Yeah, I do this. See, look, here we go. There we go.
I love that.
Now I made my eyebrows raise on that one for you. Okay, so you got that one. Fantastic. We've got one last one. This is a weird one. How did the Royal Canadian Mint recognize this event in 2021? A commemorative postage stamp. B, a gold bullion bar. C, a $20 silver glow-in-the-dark coin. Or D, by making the world's largest lobster in Shadiac glow green at night.
A commemorative post stamp.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Wow.
That was close, though. It was actually a $20 silver glow-in-the-dark coin.
Ah,
and
shoot.
this is why I didn't want you to see. You jumped on early. I didn't want you to see. I was going to show you that it's real. Here it is. Can you see that on your screen now?
Oh, yes. Where's that on? Is that on?
That's
delivery?
on the Canadian Mint website. There it is. This is the coin. There's the queen.
Shoot.
There's the back of it and the front of it. Came in this little box.
See, yeah,
Pure
I didn't know if that
silver, glow-in-the-dark
I didn't know if that
coin.
existed or not. Oh, that's really cool.
There you go. Isn't that
Damn,
wild?
I'll do better.
Well, you did fantastic. You cannot do wrong on this show, and you cannot do wrong with the quiz. You know, kudos to you for going in cold and giving it a shot. You know, I'm sure 1989 was probably before you knew about anything.
Yeah, and that would have been 10 years before I was born.
Yeah, see? So, exactly.
I don't even think my parents were married that. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, they were married then. Okay.
They were married, but you weren't in the picture yet.
No, my sister wouldn't have even been born yet. My sister or my brother, they're older than me, so they would have been born a few years later.
There you go. Well, let me tell you the story here about this. And this is the New Brunswick's most famous UFO story. And I'm going to read you a little bit here, and then we're going to talk about it. So in November 1989, a notable UFO sighting occurred in Campbellton, New Brunswick, involving two sisters who witnessed an extraordinary display over Sugarloaf Mountain. While the sisters were on Horne Crescent, they observed three large triangular crafts hovering silently in the night sky. The objects were described as having distinct lights and exhibited flight patterns that defied conventional physics, including the ability to move forward, backward, and then at incredible speeds before vanishing into the darkness. The event gained significant credibility because it was reported to the local authorities and eventually acknowledged as an unexplained sighting by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP. Even NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, was consulted, confirming that there was no known rocket launches or military exercises in the area at the time. The sighting remains one of Canada's most famous close encounters and was so impactful that the Royal Canadian Mint commemorated the event in 2021 with a special $20 silver glow-in-the-dark coin as part of its Canada's Unexplained Phenomenon series. Can you believe it?
That's cool. Actually, wow. That's really neat.
Here, I should show that coin again, just because it's
let me see
unbelievable.
it. What site is that on again?
It's on the Canadian Mint. There we go. So it's mint.ca. I'm in, obviously, the English section. And you can go search for it. They call it the Unexplained Phenomenon, the Yukon Encounter.
Ooh.
It costs you $100.12 US if you want to buy this coin, but it's pretty cool looking.
Which to Canadian, that converts to more. That'd be what, 130-ish?
Like 130, 140.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can even buy this coin that commemorates the event.
That's cool. That's really neat.
So what is your thoughts on UFOs? That's the big question, Frankie. Where are you at on this UFO phenomenon?
Do I think they're real? Do I think they're, it's kind of a hoax? I think deep down, it's always so tricky to say with some of those because I think probably, I think the people believed what they saw for sure. I think that there was no doubt about that they believed what they saw, but I don't think it was at all what they were thinking. If that makes any sense.
So your thought is that they saw something, but you don't think it was something that would be, in the traditional sense, a UFO, meaning that it's not from someplace else.
That's what I think. It'd be like you looking outside and seeing what to you looks like a big black dog, and you're like, oh my God, that's a really cute dog. And then you approach the dog and it turns out to be a grizzly bear. I think that's the type of situation where they're like, oh my God, it's a UFO, and oh no, it's something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I personally think anyway, but.
Okay. So is that across the board? Would you say any sighting, not just particularly this sighting, but any sighting would be something that you would consider misidentification?
I think so. Like, I mean, even like there's so many things out there that people say like is real. Like it's one of those situations that I saw someone made this post. It was on Reddit or some of that. And any kids listening, parents, if you're listening to this with your kids, cover their ears and turn this off. There's some people on Reddit. Someone had this subreddit one time, because I scroll through Reddit all the time. Someone had this theory that Santa Claus is in fact real. And for me, I'm like, maybe, but no. You know what I mean? Like they presented a lot of, theories and things like that. And I'm like, okay, like that's interesting, but I think you're just grasping at straws here. You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to get people to click on your subreddit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah, like that's how I think. And that's not me at all trying to talk down to anybody who might think that, because that's everybody's thoughts. Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Right.
But if you were to ask me personally, I don't think there's nothing to it, and same thing with UFOs anyway. I mean, like there's people have evidence, or quote unquote evidence, that they have presented, whether it's legit or not. A lot of it is kind of open to interpretation, I think. Like you look at a lot of different things that happen throughout history. You look at when JFK was assassinated, and you have people who are analyzing the video. It's online, the JFK assassination video. And people are. Oh, what's that?
The Zapruder film is what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, thumbs up. There we go. No, it's no, like it was like the actual like footage of his assassination, like a black and white footage.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I can't remember his first name, but a man named Zapruder was the one who took that footage when JFK got shot, and then turned it over to the government. He was just a person who was watching the motorcade, who happened to be using a 8mm movie camera at the time, and captured the footage of when he got shot.
Right, because then
he wasn't affiliated with anything or anyone. He was just a citizen that happened to be there and happened to catch it. And then after everything happened, he turned that film over to the authorities.
Right, but then you'll like I'll see people theorizing that, oh, coincidentally, he just happened to be filming right when the president got shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you stick with your UFO logic, then yeah, that's true. He just happened to be doing that because he was there for the motorcade, and he filmed then because that's when the president was coming by in front of him. He wouldn't have filmed when he wasn't coming by, because it wasn't like he was following along. He was in a set position. He was waiting for the president to come by. President comes by, he starts filming.
Right. Well, same thing with like Charlie Kirk, where his assassination video is online, and the reason why it was filmed is because people always film Charlie Kirk's stuff. People
it's different. There's a different time. I mean, back then it was really unlikely for everybody. Couldn't afford a movie camera. Everybody couldn't afford to develop the film of a movie camera, and so you're talking about this Zapruder was on the high end of people, right? So a very small percentage of people had the means and the money to do that, right? And so now, though, everybody, I mean, I'm surprised we don't get more stuff, because everybody's got a camera in their pocket that can film stuff.
Literally, just on their phones.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. I could be recording this entire conversation right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What would I use it for? I don't know. But that's
I'll
the
give
type
it to
of
you.
world.
Don't worry about it.
You'll give it. That's just the type of world that we live in now, with cell phones, and it's kind of like whenever you're going to like a screening for like a movie or something like that you cannot film or divulge anything of what you saw, then you have who filmed it just press record and stuck it in their breast pocket and walked in. There's some of those things you can't control, because everybody has some sort of device, recording device, whatever the case may be, and it can get out there just like that,
Yeah, exactly. Now back to our UFO thing. I'm going to throw a curveball here for you, Frankie.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Because you were in the camp. You're telling us you're in the camp that you don't believe that any of these sightings are probably all misidentification. You believe the people saw something. I'm not quoting you. Just tell me if I'm right in my interpretation here.
Right.
They believe what they saw, but what they saw probably isn't what they think.
Exactly.
Okay.
It kind of goes back to my grizzly bear dog analogy. Oh, look at that nice dog. Oh no, it's a bear.
Oh no, it's a grizzly bear. That may happen in your part of the world more often than my part. That
happened years ago. This story. Well, my grandmother won't watch this probably, but she there's a dog. when we always went to my grandmother's house, who's 90, going on 92 this year, still going strong. And there was a time that she stepped outside like years ago to go grab the mail, and she looked up, and there's a dog that always, there was this chocolate lab that always came down the street to come see us, and she was, oh my God, like, you know, it's so and so. I can't remember the dog's name, and she walked up closer, like, oh, here, buddy. And then it was a bear, and she said she ran for the house. So that story there was kind of inspired. So yeah, she ran like a bat out of hell.
That's terrible. Your poor grandmother gets spooked by a bear. Well, I'm gonna throw a curveball in here because Frankie, I have seen a UFO.
Really?
Yes.
In a movie?
No. Above my head. In the real world. So it's not been recently. Back in 2005, I was outside. It was 4:00 in the afternoon, which means it's broad daylight. In the month of May, I think it was May 5th or something like that. So very well lit. It wasn't dark, wasn't a light in the sky. And a sphere, a metal ball, flew over my head at what I would say would be, like plane altitude, right? Approximately. I'm not a pilot, so I have no idea, but I would guess somewhere around 5,000 to 10,000 feet. And I happened to be, my son was very small, and we were watching for planes, and we saw planes go overhead, and I go, hey, look, and then this thing comes over, and it was not a plane, it was a sphere, and it was about 4 times the size of the front end of like a 747 nose cone kind of thing, right? But it was a ball, and it was metal because it was glinting in the sunshine, and it flew over us and went from all the way to the southwest, I think, all the way to the north, southeast to the northwest. And it was weird. It was really, really, really weird. It lasted maybe 30 seconds tops to get from horizon to horizon. So, and I didn't catch the whole 30 seconds. So yeah, I seen that, and it was totally bizarre. I can't explain. I didn't get a picture because this was 2005, didn't have a camera, and didn't have a cell phone on me at the time. So, and if I would have took a cell phone picture in 2005, it would have been garbage anyway. So, anyway, that's part of I'm kind of tossing this at you, but that's part of what the show is about, because unexplained things happen all the time. And then the question becomes, and I totally agree with you, because I think that I think a certain percentage, and it could be a high percentage, are exactly what you're talking about. But had I not had that experience myself, I would probably be totally in your camp. Now, I don't know that it was something from someplace else. I just know it was something that I've never seen before, and I've never seen since. And it's something that doesn't make any sense in our world. Why would you have a round aircraft of any sort? Because how would you land? I mean, it was like a ball in the sky. And so anyway, so then that changed my perspective, and so now I have to really think about it. So this one, and I think the other thing is interesting, is this one, the Campbellton one over Sugarloaf Mountain. 2 people saw it. Now, for me, it was just me, and I had 2 small children. They don't remember anything. I have my daughter and my son, who were both very, very young at the time, and they didn't even see it. I saw it, and I stopped talking and just watched it, and we were swinging, and so they just kept swinging, and so yeah, it was just me. So, but anyway, I did talk about it on my show a long time ago. But the interesting thing is, it's 2 sisters. They corroborate each other, and the fact that that they reported it, and that even the authorities were somewhat involved, and then they even went to the lengths of making a coin about it, which that is just bizarre to me. Why would in the world would they make a coin? Other than money, I suppose. But it was really interesting.
Talk.
Yeah, the money part I understand. Yes, but anyway, so that's where I give a little more credence because, normally if you talk about these things, everybody poo-poos you, right? So they're like, what is he talking about? And so the fact that they actually kind of took it a little bit serious tells me that we are in the ballpark, right? So we're in the ballpark that it was either something secret or something else.
Right. Or like maybe someone misinterpreted it or saw something that they saw something that wasn't what they thought it was,
Or maybe it was something that they weren't supposed to see.
Right, exactly.
Like some kind of military thing, right? I don't know. See, now I think there's a fundamental difference between Canada and the United States as far as stuff like this goes. I don't know that, and I haven't read enough to be educated on this, but on the Canada side, I don't think that there's a huge amount of kind of Canadian secrets that they hold from everybody, and then they come out, and over years they come out, and then some people were involved and they were all told they were idiots, and then the reality was they were all right. I haven't heard of a lot of that happening in Canada. Canada seems to be, I'm sure they have military secrets and so forth, but they don't seem to basically make their citizenry, they don't scapegoat their citizenry as much as the United States does. The United States scapegoats their citizens constantly. It's almost like a pastime. Anything happens, oh, well, they were obviously drunk or high, or, they totally cut into whoever the witness was to make them totally unreliable at that point, where I don't think that there's a history of that in Canada. I don't know. You can maybe talk to that more. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not sure what the exact how far back it goes in Canada. You know what I mean? Like that history. That's a good question, actually.
But you haven't heard of stuff like that where, they there's been so many studies. The big one is the Tuskegee Airmen, where they gave them all syphilis on purpose to see what syphilis would do to them. They were, and then whenever they said, "Hey, I didn't do anything to get syphilis," and then they're like, "Oh, obviously you did. You did."
Yeah, you got it.
And then these poor people, suffered greatly. There's a one where the United States government dropped a bacterial agent on the city of San Francisco to see who would get sick. And when it happened, they denied everything. But the reality is it came out later that yes, they had released a deadly bacteria in the city of San Francisco, and it killed people, and they denied it for like 50 years. And it goes on and on and on, these things. And these are all documented at this point. They weren't documented at the time. They were denied. But now they're documented, right? So it's interesting how I don't think Canada has a history of that as much. And this, World War II was a different time when things like that happened because of the situation that the world was in. But these all have happened after World War II. And so it's kind of a weird scenario that plays out with this. So I forgot how we got on this topic. But anyway, it has to do with the ladies. The ladies seeing this thing above Sugarloaf Mountain. But it is interesting, though, don't you think? The mysteries of the world fascinate me, and I think this is one of the good ones, and it happens to be in your neck of the woods.
No, exactly. And it's one that I never really knew much about. You don't even really think about it sometimes, it's funny when it's so close to home, you don't even really, you're so concerned about what else is going on in the world. Like there's always all the theories of was 9/11 an inside job? And that's a whole other.
Well, Charlie Kirk, you mentioned Charlie Kirk. Well, JFK, they're all conspiracies.
No, exactly. And like some of them, when they bring up valid points, I'm like, I certainly agree with that. And then it's never, you're not always going to make everybody go to your side for sure. Like that's something that's when it comes to conspiracy theories or just theories in general, you're not going to get everybody all on your side. It's everybody has their own interpretations of how things happened. Like, as we said, Charlie Kirk, JFK, even there was the Donald Trump assassination attempt, which people believe was a publicity stunt by him to get more votes. Like that's a whole. There's people listing theories about that. Like there's probably so many subreddits about that. But no, it's good. But one thing for sure is that it keeps people talking. You know what I mean? It keeps people engaged. It keeps people in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like it keeps us to get off our phones and talk to people. I mean, I guess they're on their phones to a degree because of research and all this stuff and seeing what all the big news outlets are saying, and then some of them will just mimic what those news outlets are saying. Right. But no, it's good. Brings people together. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theories bring people together in a way. In a very
that's the wholesome way to look at it.
In a very conspiracy theories strange way. That's conspiracy theories always bring people together, which you can see as a good or bad thing.
That's true. That's so true. Well, Franky, thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for talking about this with me. And I'm glad that at the very least, first of all, I'm glad you did the quiz cold, even though it didn't turn out greatly for you as far as answering right questions.
One out of four, right? That's not bad.
Not bad.
It's still a fail, but it's not bad. I thought I was going to get none of them wrong.
You didn't even know it. You didn't know anything. You went into it cold. That's great. The bravery it took to do that is, that to me sets a bar. You know what I'm saying?
But it's all about making it entertaining, as I said. Like it's more fun. Like having different, like I'd be the worst Jeopardy contestant. Like going on and yeah, that's why I would never go on Jeopardy. I wouldn't be able to work good under that type of pressure. Or Family Feud. I could go on Family Feud and not do Fast Money. Like I could do like the regular game, but I couldn't do Fast Money. If my family said you're the only one who can do it, I'd be like, all right guys, sorry Steve or Jerry, we surrender.
But at least we brought out the knowledge of the Campbellton, New Brunswick UFO sighting from 1989 over Sugarloaf Mountain that has its own coin from the Royal Canadian Mint, believe it or not. So, but everybody, you can see Franky and his show at Corcoran Entertainment on Instagram, Facebook, Corcoran Entertainment, and his podcast is everywhere. You just look up. Guess what? You have to look up Corcoran Entertainment. Go figure, right? But Franky Corcoran, thank you for being my guest. Hold on just a second. I'm going to play us out some music, and I'm going to talk to you in just a second, but we're going to close it out for everybody. Here we go.
Perfect.